Hey everybody, new quarter, new update. Last quarter was pretty wild. I lost around 15k as my stock portfolio dropped from around 64 grand down to 50k. I did have a good June though, and I've recovered some of those losses, and I'm hoping that I'll make the rest back this quarter. In this video, I want to quickly cover three things. Firstly, the best performing stocks in my portfolio, the changes that I've made, and lastly, I'm going to show you a couple of stocks that I think could perform really well this quarter, and why I think that each of them can at least double in value this year. Hey everybody, my name's Connor and welcome to my channel Trade in Places. My aim is to help you take advantage of the stock market so that your money can work for you so that you don't have to. I recently moved house, which took up a lot of my time, so apologies for the break between my last video and now, but I'm settled in and I'm excited to start posting about all of the investment ideas and top stocks that I'm investing in going forward, so please click subscribe and stay tuned for next week's videos. I also can't wait to show you my new office, but it's not quite ready. In fact, it's nowhere near ready. I've literally got a paddleboard on the floor, and that's the least messy thing about the room. Alongside my analysis of top stocks and investment ideas, I'm going to start releasing these quarterly updates on my trading portfolio, which is mostly for those who follow and copy my trades on eToro. If you want to start trading, then you can join eToro for free via the link in the description. Anyway, let's start by looking at the best performers from my portfolio in June. Not only did these stocks perform extremely well, but they happen to be some of the biggest holdings in my portfolio. First up then is EDITAS medicine. The stock rose 65% in June after a breakthrough in CRISPR technology sparked a huge run for three of the major stocks in the CRISPR gene editing space. The breakthrough actually came from THERAPEUTICS, which released revolutionary data from a phase 1 trial where they were able to successfully edit DNA within the liver. Given that EDITAS and Intellia use the same technology, investors are associating EDITAS with these positive results, and although the stock didn't climb as much as Intellia did, I do fully expect EDITAS to catch up with Intellia over the next 12 to 24 months thanks to their greater pipeline of trials, intellectual property, and from a technical perspective, I do think the stock is setting up nicely for a huge run towards the end of the year. Following on nicely then is the second best performing stock in my portfolio last month, and that's CRISPR Therapeutics. Similar to EDITAS medicine, CRISPR Therapeutics unsurprisingly specializes in CRISPR technology, and therefore the stock grows a massive 35% thanks to the promising results published by industry peer Intellia. CRISPR Therapeutics has been the leading player in the industry for a while thanks to its partnership with Vertex Pharmaceuticals, which has given the business a huge financial advantage over rivals such as EDITAS and Intellia. However, after the recent rally for Intellia, CRISPR Therapeutics, or CRSP, is no longer the largest gene editing stock by market cap, despite having the strongest financials and pipeline in the space, and therefore I do think it's quite good value at its current price. Third up is INSURETECH company Lmnd, which has begun to show signs of life, rising 21% in June after a terrible start to the year saw the stock fall up to 70%. Despite becoming the fastest insurance company ever to surpass 1 million users, a recent slowdown in growth along with insider selling, plus a once-in-a-lifetime freeze in Texas, which caused a year's worth of claims in just a few days, Lemonde's stock price has been in a downward spiral. That said, the stock was due a correction anyway, after rising 300% in 2020, and now that it's come down in value, I do think the stock is well priced, and I do think it'll start to massively outperform the market again in 2021 and 2022. I've got a video coming up explaining all of the reasons why I think the stock of Lmnd could 10x over the next couple of years, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. Next up is Unity Software, which is the biggest position in my portfolio, and thankfully the stock rose 15% in June. After a great IPO in 2020, the stock ran all the way up to $175 before investors began to lock in profits and the inevitable correction began. I've wanted to own shares in Unity from day one, but I was hesitant given the mania around the IPO, and therefore I was happy to see the stock come down in price, and I have since built up a huge position in the stock. I genuinely believe that the stock of Unity offers the perfect blend of risk and reward given their future growth potential and current share price. I recently posted a video on why I believe Unity has the potential to 10x, so I suggest checking that out after this. Fifth on the list of the best performing stocks in my portfolio last month is green energy provider Plugpower, which rose a reasonable 12%. The company is the largest supplier of hydrogen fuel cells and therefore one of the best ways to invest in the fast-growing hydrogen economy. Currently, their products are most commonly being used in forklifts and other warehouse vehicles, but as their technology develops, we should expect to see the business expand into other markets, including commercial vehicles, having recently struck deals with BMW and Renault. The stock went crazy in 2020, rising from $4 all the way up to $75 per share. Therefore, it's no surprise that the recent correction correction in the share price was so steep. But it looks like Plugpower might be bottoming in the 20s, and therefore I think could represent a great long-term opportunity for those looking to catch and invest in the hydrogen wave. For the first time in a while, I actually made 0 changes to my portfolio in June. As somebody who buys growth stocks based on their long-term potential, this really should be more of a regular occurrence, because it's important to give your decisions time to play out, and unless something unexpected happens, you really should just sit back, trust your research, and wait for that wave. As you can see, I did catch a few waves last month, including the rise of EDITAS medicine, and thanks to a great June, I did end the quarter pretty much even Stevens. Considering the large correction in crypto and other high growth stocks, to be fair, I'm quite happy that I protected my 27% gains from Q1, and now that I've ridden out the storm, I do think the second half of the year is going to be really, really exciting. Myself and those who copy my portfolio on eToro are now going into Q3 and Q4 loaded up on stocks like Unity, Lmnd and Tencent Music, which are free stocks that trade roughly 70% off their all-time highs and are all stocks that I think should power higher over the next 6 to 12 months. When these stocks begin to take off, I do expect that we'll see both cautious and momentum investors start trading their recent outperformers for these fast-growing tech stocks of the future. When this happens, we'll start to rapidly outperform the market, and our patience in Q2 will be rewarded, as it has done every single correction like this in the past. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am keen to hear your thoughts on all of the stocks that I covered, or perhaps drop me a comment below letting me know which stocks you'd like me to cover here on this channel. But for now, remember that your money should be working for you and not the other way around.